Dynamite. We're back with Dynamite. But before I actually begin this review tonight, one thing to say, hopefully everybody out there had a very safe holiday weekend. Whether you had the entire weekend, 3 to 4 days, or just yesterday off, I hope everybody was safe out there. But yes, we are here with the AEW Dynamite review. Edmond, Alberta, Canada tonight. So yes, what do we got going on in this show? Well, we do kick it off with Renee Young in the back, talking to Darby Allin and Keith Lee due to this whole tag team eliminator random drawing thing with the oddball tag teams, even though some of them don't really look random and oddball, that we've even seen so many teams already happen or are currently a team in a way, which Darby basically talked about him not wanting a team with Swerve, but he told Keith Lee to get your head out of your ass because, you know, you're not just going to sit on the apron and cry about it. Keith Lee basically is stupid, but ballsy though, as we did kick off the first match with Darby and Cassidy versus Keith Lee and Swerve. So the Swerve and Our Glory was out there. Swerve having his entire crew. The match wasn't bad and the fans was into it, but once again, and I feel like I've seen this, I don't know how many times at this point, but Swerve taking the L once again to Darby. I don't know how many wins Darby Allin even has over Swerve at this point. Apparently, I was told he was supposed to climb Mount Everest this week. I don't know how true that was, but Swerve once again took the L to Darby. Then again, these oddball teams, I don't know. I don't even know if they're ever going to get to that Keith Lee and Swerve match. I feel like that's been held off for the longest time, okay? But Darby and them won. I know they had a video package with Darby Allin talking next, basically talking about Nick Wayne. I guess he's going to be debuting soon, the son of Buddy Wayne, and Darby did train under him, and I guess he took care of Nick Wayne. I guess now since he's 18 now, that he's going to be wrestling soon, for AEW. I know he'd already been signed, but he wasn't old enough yet. But there's going to be a to be continued then, so they're setting up his debut, so not bad. But yeah, Swerve taking another L in all of this. Next, Tony Schiavone was interviewing Jack Perry in the back. Basically, he said, I'm not going to waste my time with a thug from New York, and he has no business in the ring. He's just going to go to Tony Khan. He wants that FTW title on the line. Next, hooking up, attacking him, and Jack Perry got into the car and drove off. So he escaped once again. Right after that, with these tag team things that's going on, I know they went to Adam Cole and MJF. I guess hanging out, and they were at the gym. And MJF is, I guess, trying to make fun of some fat guy in the gym. But they said it was one joke they could say that's common was Tony Schiavone. They said at the same time. So they have a mutual friendship of making fun of Tony Schiavone because they don't like him. And, they're doing, just doing some reps and stuff and wanting him to spot him. MJF was actually surprised how Cole was lifting up the weights, I guess because of the whole size thing in general. But he was very impressed by that. The Acclaim went against the Blade and the Bollywood Boys. Haven't heard the Bollywood Boys in a good while now. The Acclaim I swear to God, they have nothing to do right now. They just beat these guys. They did their rap. That's it. And then Harley Cameron from QTV shows up. I thought she was about to start rapping again. Why is this a feud? Why is John Morrison even part? I'm sorry, Johnny TV now his name is, but why is he part of this thing? I thought the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn were supposed to be going after the 6-man tag belts. Like, why are they in a feud with QT Marshall and them all of a sudden? I don't get that. And Billy just basically got on the mic and says, we got 2 words for you. Suck it. So, yeah, DX. Eddie Kingston, I know they showed earlier today, he did win a New Japan Strong title from Kenta. I know New Japan had their Independence Day shows over the past couple days for July 4th and July 5th. Still was a lot of title changes on there. John Moxley obviously just bleeds because he just bleeds. I'm not even going to go on into all that. That's what's going over there in NJPW today. But it was a lot of ridiculous stuff going on. That's all I'm going to say. So expect a lot of blood in general. But like I said, a video package of Mox talking about Eddie, talking about, where's the respect and everything. Why don't you answer your phone? Aren't you guys both in Japan right now? So can't y'all just talk over there? What do you mean pick up the phone? Like, you're both on the card in Japan right now for New Japan. So, I don't know. Matt Hardy, I guess, drew something out of the tournament thing, and it came up Jeff, but it was going to be Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Hardy cannot come to Canada due to all of Jeff Hardy's DUIs and stuff. So there's a reason why he's not even in Canada right now, because of his arrest record. So there you go. My friend asked me at one point, how did they get the Usos back into Canada when they were banned? I'm sure banned due to DUIs. The WWE pulled a lot of strings to get the Usos into Canada back at Elimination Chamber, okay? Because I was surprised to see them there due to their DUI history. But WWE pulled some strings, obviously. Chris Jericho came out. Fans went nuts for Chris Jericho, chanting Jericho. He talked about the last few months haven't been the things as he wanted, but he said it's time to reevaluate things. Needs to make some changes. He talked about how Berta, changed his career, how he started here, training under Stu Hart. He actually thought the fans were booing Stu Hart, but I guess they were chanting Stu. Jericho talked about, his career, of where he started and every place he had been around in Canada until Don Callis came out. Fans trying to F you, Don. Talk about Jericho, we can make a change. I brought you in, to the Tokyo Dome to go against Kenny Omega. We've been friends for a long time. Jericho talked about how he got him back into wrestling, into the wrestling business, and Cal said he was betrayed by Omega, but he wants Jericho's help. He's building a family, he says. And Jericho says, I don't join factions. I create factions. And your answer, he said, maybe. So very interesting stuff from Jericho and Callis. I know they have video package for CM Punk versus Samoa Joe this Saturday on Collision. Collision and Dynamite is a very different show. I just want to say that. And some would actually believe that Collision is a better show than Dynamite, which I do believe in many ways. And the roster that they have on there, because basically the people you have on Collision is the people they don't ever use on Dynamite. So at least they're getting a chance on that show. And Collision has been good from the 3 weeks I've seen out of it. Hell, I was there for the first episode, so it's been pretty good. Renee Young was talking to Roderick Strong. I guess him with his wearing a neck brace, saying he felt fine, but he's got to, heal and stuff. Cole told him to take it easy. Strong said, what's up with you and MJF? But Cole says, hey, man, don't worry about me. I got this handled. You worry about you right now. MJF and Cole came out to face, was the Everrise guy, Matt Menard, and the Butcher. I'm surprised this match even went on this long. I don't know in this whole tag tournament thing, this oddball tag team, but did it need to go damn near 10 minutes, especially against the Butcher and Everrise guy number one? So why did it need to go that long? But then after MJF talked about we got some devil worshippers in the house, we're a team and stuff. This is Adam Cole, baby, which he did it. And, man, come on, man. It's your birthday. I was wondering why the fans was chanting happy birthday, but it is Adam Cole's birthday. And MJF decided to surprise him, bringing out streamers and a birthday cake and telling the staff to bring out the birthday stuff, balloons, party hats, all this stuff. And he's trying to be all corny about it. We got some party favors, and, we got to add the birthday song, and which MJF is a really good singer. I ain't gonna lie, the guy can sing. I'm like, dang, he put some soul into that birthday song. I'm like, okay. But MJ, Cole says, we get you a good singer, okay? But you've done more than enough. But MJF says, you got to make a wish. And, they lit the cake, and MJF saying, I'm going to slam his face into the cake. And then Cole saw it coming and slammed his face into the cake. And he said, you know what? I really appreciate what you did. Thank you, my friend. So this oddball team, I don't know what they're going to do next week, but we'll see what happens. But this was a crazy way to celebrate Adam Cole's birthday today. But MJF definitely all over the place with the comedy. I'm not even sure, but it was pretty funny though. Very long, like a WWE segment though. Damn near WWE segment. Britt Baker talked about Ruby, talked about since he was out last week that she's back and she's gonna win this Owen Hart Cup tournament. I forgot they even had title belts for these things. We haven't seen them in damn near basically a year at this point, so we see them again. But right after that, I know they had Renee Young talk to Jericho, Garcia, and Sammy Guevara. Basically, Garcia and Sammy are going to be a team because of the tag team, which it's very random when they're part of the same faction. So what's so random about that if they're in the same faction? Think about that. Britt Baker went against Ruby Soho in the Owen Hart Cup tournament, which basically the heels got involved throughout most of the match, which I think we already knew who was going to win right here. So the Outcast ended up helping Ruby win. It's a pretty good match, but I figured, like, where was Baker's backup? I get Jamie Hayter's hurt right now. What happened to Rebel? Like, she just disappeared, so whatever happened to her? Kenny Omega went against Wheeler Yuta. Basically, I know they tried to talk about Kenny Omega's injury, especially what happened with Will Ospreay from a few weeks ago at the Forbidden Door. But I don't know, man. I'm like, did anybody really believe that Yuta was ever going to beat him? Which I'm surprised this match went damn near, 20 minutes out there? And they made it as competitive as possible, but I never really believed Yuta was ever going to win. I was surprised this match was even happening. So, I guess whatever reason, they were just going with it. But Don Callis comes out with security. Referees just usually don't pay attention to anything that's going on, but then again, they had the corpse referee anyways. Konosuke comes in from behind, hits a Blue Thunder bomb. Yuta tries to hit him with a splash, but Omega kicks out of it. He ends up hitting the One Wing Angel and still won. So yeah, Kenny ended up foiling Don Callis' plan again. Claudio came out there and attacked. Takeshita attacked. The Bucks and Hangman came out. And then they, at the BT trigger and had a chair, but the Dark Order came out and stopped Hangman. So, listen, man, like I said last week, I don't give a shit about what's going on with the Dark Order or the Hangman and the Elite. I don't care. I was okay with Omega coming out on his own, but especially from last week, I just did not care or just, like, buried that whole segment. Like, who cares about the fucking Dark Order if Hangman's friends with them and that? Like, Why is this still a thing? I don't get that. The Bucks are just kind of there right now. I don't even really have much to say on them. They're just kind of there in all of this. But the Hangman, Dark Order, oh, you're friends with them. You didn't hang out with us last time. Like, you're hanging with them, but you're not hanging with us. Who gives a shit? Who really cares? I don't care. Like, I don't care if the Dark Order is there. I don't even know why they're even involved in this. I don't care. I personally, this Blackpool versus Elite thing has gone on as long as it has, but who gives a shit? Like, after everything happened last week, who cares last week? Who cares again this week? Whether they're friends or not, or who's gonna turn on who? Like, I don't even get it. So, it's like, I don't care. It's like one of those whatever things. So, it is what it is. But, yeah, Omega won. So, yeah, this show wasn't really all that this week, I'm gonna be honest. Other than the MJF and Cole stuff, which is actually at least entertaining out there, no matter how silly it wasn't bad. And Jericho at least being interested in Don Callis' role, role in this whole family thing. I don't know if he'll join, maybe he will, maybe he won't, but we'll see. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Dynamite this week. Got to get a Collision review in this Saturday, because obviously that's the better show going on right now for wrestling throughout the week. So gonna have to get a review of that on Saturday then. There's been a lot of other shows so many times. Can't review every one of them. But other than that, that's all I got to say. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Hoodie890. I'll see y'all then. Peace out.